Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals, welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to go over quickly and make a video about what I've actually stockpiled so far ahead of 6.2 and stuff I've actually already sold and plan to continue selling even before 6.2 drops because the prices are already quite high. With all that being said, let's get into it. So I'll go ahead and start off with a few precautions. Now, we know a lot more about 6.2 and a lot more about Island Sanctuary. This is not going to be our instance housing, and there is nothing for furniture there. I would liken it to the Firmament. There is a special script special to that zone, and with those scripts you can go ahead and get mounts, dies, minions, etc. So again, no furniture and no instance housing. Yes, it was on that copium, but yes, I'm a little let down, but you know what? It's okay. I'm sure it's going to be totally fun. The next precaution is making sure your gear is melded. Now, remember, we have the pack maker's gear set, but we also have the brand new tools. I actually forgot about my tools until like 2 weeks ago when I realized, I don't have the pack maker tools, and I know for a fact that I will be crafting culinarian and alchemist raid food and raid pots week 1, week 2, so I definitely need these tools pentamelded. But I know that I'm definitely not going to be crafting the job gear, and I'm definitely not going to be needing my weaver and leatherworker, blacksmith, etc. pentamelded tools. I'll just make sure I have my pentamelded gear, and that's that. But if you don't have your pack maker's tools yet, I really advise you have them because they're going to be good until 6.3 when we will get the brand new tools, gear, and accessories. Again, if you want to know more about what's coming in and what is going to become obsolete, I do recommend my last 6.2 video. It has a lot more information there, but since we're going to go over this quickly, that's why I'm kind of skipping out on the details. I also made sure that I had plenty of culinarian and alchemist crystals and clusters for the scripts that I will probably be script crafting quite a lot for the immutable solutions, and script crafting on my alchemist for either the brand new Masterbook 10 or for any expensive white script materials such as the cunning 7s and anything that will go up in value, and clusters of course for the brand new culinarian and alchemist raid food and raid pots I'll be crafting for myself and my team members if they would like, so I made sure for absolute certain that I have plenty of them. They are already going up in price, such as the fire clusters, so I made sure to go ahead and gather them some myself and to stockpile in my own bag and in my retainer as well. And last but not least, I made sure that I sold off all my obsolete materials, which is likened to the Masterbook 7 ethereal silk. We can see that the multifaceted cotton cloth was not used again in anything but the facet job gear, which of course is likened to our classic gear. It will be replaced by the brand new set, so we're not going to need this. And what is the ethereal silk exactly likened to? That would of course be our golden silk. So avoid any tombstone materials right now. I sold all my Thamnarian threads and I sold all my golden cocoons and all these similar items. Now of course, again, I do have to say this is a prediction. We absolutely don't know. We might repeat these materials again, but if we can go back and take a look at the previous master books and the previous expansions, we can make an educated guess and know that these materials are probably not going to be used. So now what did I stockpile? Now this is just the big meat of what I've got. Of course, I have a whole load of other crap in my retainers, but really this is the meat. This is what you should be looking for in your own stockpile. Now I will say you don't need a huge amount of items and you don't need a huge amount of every single thing. This is what I decided to go ahead and get. You can get more, you can get less. It's all that matters is that you have confidence in what you're buying and what you're going to make after the patch drops, or what you could even make right now if you did this a little bit earlier. So of course I have a ton of Berkman saps, light Gerbera, and the ambrosial water for of course white scripts. I craft mostly cunning 7s with my white scripts, and these have jumped up in price, but of course we're going to go over materia in just a bit. I also plan to flip the base materials whenever the patch drops because I know people are probably going to need these white script materials to go ahead and craft for the Masterbook 10. So if the price is right and I remember, all the prices that I bought these for. I wrote them down in my notepad so I can recall, is it higher, is it lower, or is it around the same price? Of course, if it's higher, I'll post it. If it's the same, then I'll go ahead and use them to craft for myself or for the cunning 7s. Now I have some lemonettes, icons, the perilla leaves, and the tomatoes, specifically for the calamari urpiani, the sai vonu vanus, and the perilla leaves for the brand new raid food. A lot of times the ingredients are repeated, so hopefully they'll once again use perilla leaves. I have a whole load of palm syrup, but personally I'm probably gonna need a whole load more of Saikon. Why am I getting all these palm syrups? I'm getting these because of the immutable solutions. Of course, I will reference my 6.2 video, but immutable solutions will be used for the brand new job gear, and already they're up by 2,000 gil per each. They used to be hanging around at 4k, lows at 3.8 to 3.7, and now it's doubled in price, so I'm very happy, and I assume it's only going to go higher. But if you have a lot of materials like me, or if you already have 524 immutable solutions, I would even start selling now, especially if you went and bought immutable solutions at 4k at 3.7. I would definitely recommend at least posting half of it, because now you're guaranteed double the profit immediately. I, of course, also got a ton of ovibos milk for the calamari urpiani and also for the refined Saikon bavrice, which is the purple script craft. I assume that the Thavnarian calamari will also go up. It is a fishable item. Not very many people fish, so I assume it will go up because the crafting food will also naturally go up. I also have a ton of aether sands, the brown, the green, the blue, and the moonlight. Now for the colored aether sands, these will be used for the brand new job gear. This is a great time to go ahead and gather these, save them up for when the job gear drops, because people are definitely going to be using them. But also keep in mind that the red aether sand will not be coming this patch, it will be patch 6.3. I also have the Ophiutorus leather. If we go back and check the classical gear using Ophiutorus leather, I would recommend stocking up on some other leathers as well, because they might use the same leather, they might use a different leather, we don't quite know. So I'll also go ahead and buy some luncheon toad leather. But the Ophiutorus leather, I know I have at least 120. And now these are my biggest expense. The crystals of divine light, all the plates from Shadowbringers, and the dancing wings. Now, why do I have all these trial materials? With every major patch, there are trial weapons that come with it. Also, we don't know what trial it will be. I assume it's going to be a brand new set of trial weapons, but also there is a possibility that they could re-release old trial weapons, such as they did with the of the round Gunbreaker, Dancer, Reaper, and Sage weapons that they did with 6.1. So we don't quite know what they're going to be giving us. I have a few items for the Heavensward trial weapons and a few items for the Stormblood trial weapons in my retainers. But for absolute certain, I have a heck ton of Shadowbringers mats, at least 30 of each. I've already sold a few earlier, so I have a lot more dancing wings, but I kind of got impatient. Now is the time. If you don't have enough, you should probably go and get them if they're not already too expensive. But with emerald plating, diamond plating, and the ruby plating, these are relatively a lot cheaper. They run at around 100k to at max 200k. The dancing wing stays steady at around 300k. The divine light crystal at around 200k. And the plate of light around 300k to 400k. So that is it for trial weapons. The last set is of course materia. Now as you can see, I already went ahead and started selling my materia. The price is already insane. It is a heck ton of gil for just a piece of red materia, green materia, blue materia, all across the board. The moment I saw that it was already this high, I was like, I'm not risking it, I'm not wasting time, I'm gonna sell it now. And of course, I've already made a ton of gil from this. Red materials are already up to 20k a piece, and I recommend if you're actually gonna need red materials soon, I do really advise you to go ahead and transmute for them. That is why I have so many Gatherer's Grasp 10s. They're super cheap in relation to other materia 10s. I bought these at around 2k each, so in comparison to the other materials, that is really cheap. I can also get blues, but I'm really aiming for those reds, and this really helps if you want to go ahead and transmute. Now again, if you are someone who's gonna raid, maybe I would not go ahead and sell your materials, But if you did stockpile a little bit earlier and you're looking when to sell, you can sell right now and already make a good profit. And of course, it's not just reds, it is also blues and greens. All across the board, materia has already went up. So again, if you went ahead and stockpiled earlier, you can go ahead and sell now and make a pretty profit. So guys, that was my materia stockpile and what I've sold so far and everything in between. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you're having luck with your stockpile, you're not too overwhelmed, and I do have to say that, listen, 6.2, let's have fun with it. You don't have to stockpile, you don't have to prepare, but that is kind of part of the fun. Be a little bit of a gamble whenever you're dealing with stocking up and hoping you're gonna get a good profit. It's not necessary to have fun, and it's not even necessary to make a ton of gil, but this is just part of the fun. So guys, again, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to. And of course, thank you to everyone that's watching on Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You all keep the channel going, and thank you to the YouTube members. I appreciate you all. Hope to see you in the next video, and bye-bye.